Hey everybody, Logi Unemployed here, and we're back with another channel update, and more importantly, we're back. That's right, the channel will finally be released from its month-long hiatus. It's probably closer to 2 weeks, to be honest. But university has not been kind to me those 2 weeks. I have had many assignments and tests and things, as well as actual, real-life work. That's right, I'm now mostly unemployed. Is my new... I should change my channel name. But yeah, I did some promo work for Rage, which is South African's E3, I guess. Like, it's our version of it. It's pretty cool, I gotta say. Anyway, we are back in action. That's where I've been, off doing actual, real-life things. Unfortunately, I have just not planned for those sort of situations, and I've learned a lot of lessons that will help me ensure that in the future, we won't have, this level of disruption when life, gets in the way. So, thankfully, plans have been made. We're going to be fine the next time it happens. I'm going to have a lot of backup content recorded that will sort of bridge the gap if I ever need to move. Because that's the other thing. I've moved in with my beautiful, wonderful girlfriend Aisha. That's right, she and I have found a wonderful place together. Pretty close to where I'm living right now, actually. It's kind of midway between her work and my university. So that's pretty nice. She's working as a graphic designer now, too. So I guess you're getting a life update as well. Congratulations, you're all included in the family. And for those of you I met at Rage, by the way, this is a special shout out. You guys were freaking awesome. Thanks for subbing. There's quite a few of you, so I'm going to give you extra loves for that one. Alright, now, let's get down to the business. Let's talk about the channel. So, we've had a pretty static approach to Let's Plays up to now. We've sort of, done a lot of commentary over the gameplay, a little bit of a tutorial element on some games, a lot of discussion of what I'm sort of actively engaged in at present, which, while, potentially interesting, can get a bit stagnant. It's not great. And we're doing a lot of sort of long Let's Plays here. Kerbal Space Program, XCOM, Sheltered, the list goes on, and sort of my favorite playlist on my channel that I've made is my Let's Tries, actually, believe it or not, the once-off things. So I'm going to sort of really lean into that a bit more. We are still going to be having our long-running series like Kerbal Space Program, and hint hint, Ark might be making a comeback. Moomba has downloaded the game and he's keen to do some co-op in Ark, so we might be jumping in there on a fresh new server. I don't know what the plan is yet, a little bit of a hint. KSP, of course, like I said, will continue. I have another XCOM playthrough lined up as well, because I want to do a bit better. It's kind of felt kind of crappy just dying, so we are going to be pushing that. That should be fun. And yeah, so the new approach, right, is pretty straightforward. I'd like to do sort of segments. So, I want to do a once-a-week thing called Throwback Thursdays, where I basically do exactly that. I go back and I play a bunch of old games that I'm really fond of, and I do it once a week. We'll probably just do one game per week, maybe like an hour-long video, 40 minutes or so at the least, just to give the game a real feel without having to do another episode on it. So things like Worms and Rome 2, I'm not Rome 2, I'm talking about Caesar 2, that's what I was thinking of. Cleopatra, the Pharaoh games, Age of Mythology, Age of Empires, all of the old Star Wars fighter games, the Jedi Knights and all that. Although those I might do a series on at some point, because those could be fun. They're quite long, good stories. That sort of thing. A little Throwback Thursday. I think that's pretty cool. I was also thinking of maybe doing weekly streams on Saturdays or Sundays. I haven't decided yet. But that might be kind of hard to commit to, considering the whole insane work schedule thing. That is university work, and then I don't have weekends like someone who's actually employed would. So I just sort of have to live with that. And yeah, that's kind of it though. So a more of a varied, less static approach to Let's Plays. A lot of smaller, frequent games. I also, while at Rage, by the way, made some really cool contacts in Ubisoft and in other distributors around the country. And I might be able to get my hands on copies of South Park and Far Cry and those sort of things. And if I do, of course, I will mention that they are sponsored content. But that'll be really cool to play through on the channel, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well. Last but not least, I want to give a big thank you to every single one of you that has brought this channel so close to 100 subs. At the time of this video, we're at 97. And I'm beyond overwhelmed, as I'm speechless, actually, for once, which is really rare for me, if any one of you know me, and some of you do. I talk a lot, hence the YouTube channel, but almost 100 subs. I mean, when I get 100 subs, I'm probably gonna cry. It's just not something I was really aiming for ever with this channel, but it's something really amazing to get to, I gotta say. Anyway, that aside, we gotta look at some analytics though. So you know where we've been, you know where we're going. Now let's look at what happened in between. We had a significant growth in subscriber count last month after stagnating quite a bit the month before. My Steam Workshop is down breaking news video, as clickbaity as it is, did pretty well. It's got almost 260 views, which is the most by far on my channel, which sort of hints at the quality of content I'm producing. So, also, that's another thing. Fewer videos of higher quality are going to become a thing. Hence the, wanting to do like a throwback Thursday, that sort of thing. That'll be cool. Something I can spend a bit more time editing on when I have it. Yeah, but otherwise, the standard Let's Plays will just continue doing their thing. But I'm going back. I'm tangenting here. No, we must stay the course. And that course specifically now is to tell you that revenue-wise, I don't know if I'm legally allowed to disclose this, but I made like 10 cents last month. So I don't think my videos are being monetized at present, which is kind of weird. I'm pretty certain that for whatever reason, a channel as small as mine, just isn't gonna get shelled out ads when even the big guys aren't getting enough ads on their channels. So I'm not too worried. I mean, and all the stuff I've been seeing on mine has been for like SUVs and things. And for a channel called Largely Unemployed, that seems a bit obnoxious to suggest extremely expensive utility vehicles to people watching a guy who's literally leaning into the fact that he hasn't got money, which is kind of ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, those ads aren't exactly going to get clicked on, But that's okay. Again, I'm really not in this for the money at all. I was just advised to monetize because apparently you get recommended more. Which appears to be in the case because that Ark Survival Evolved, I think it was a speed build part 1 of the Crater Base, has received something like 180 views at this point. It's been recommended and cropping up in people's recommendation feeds by YouTube. For whatever reason, it's not a very good video, to be honest. I think I slapped it together at like 2 a.m. after doing the actual build for 5.5 hours, and I was exhausted, so I did no editing on it. It's just terrible. It's got some chill step playing over it, which is actually pretty good chill step, you gotta say that. But it's not, the video itself is dramatically underwhelming and absolutely needs revision, and I need to realize that I can't be putting up crappy content like that because you never know what's going to get recommended. And with all that said, I think we can wrap up this channel update with a nice little red bow and call it done. And I'm probably going to shut up now without further ado and thank you all one last time for all the subscriptions. I will see you all in the next one. Cheers. Yes! Victory, motherfucker!